Alright, what's up guys? My name is Zach, and today I am driving a 2018 Mercedes Metris. Up front is a 2.0 liter turbocharged inline 4, and down below is a 7-speed automatic transmission. Now I'm super excited to be driving this Metris because Mercedes here in the United States is a very luxurious company. They are held on pretty much the highest pedestal, and yet this isn't. This is extremely basic, extremely normal. It's a cargo van. You don't see them all that much here in the States. They're not very common. There actually is a postal version. The US Post Office bought, I think it was like 30,000 of them in right-hand drive back in about 2018 era. And I'd love to review one of those. But this is the left-hand drive cargo variant, and we're gonna sink our teeth into it here today. But if you would like to submit your own vehicle and have it reviewed here on the channel, you can head on over to my website, zackpradel.com/submit. It's a quick and easy submission form. It takes under a minute to fill out, and I come out to you. And if you'd like to see all my videos weeks or sometimes months in advance, you can head on over to my Patreon for only $5 a month. But let's get back to that 2-liter turbo under the hood. Well, that is a very bread and butter setup for Mercedes, and the 7-speed along with it too. But this 2-liter inline 4 is basically a CLA drivetrain, or at least that's what I've been told it's pulled out of. It's fine. It's not super speedy. You know, you think 4-cylinder turbo and you think, oh, is that thing quick? No, it's not. There is an issue with the cam phasers as well. So the factory wants you to run 0W40 oil. That's for fuel economy. You should really run something thicker. I believe the owner puts 5W30 in it or something like that. A little bit thicker of an oil to kind of protect that. Although this has had the cam phasers swapped out. Like I said, paired to it is a 7-speed automatic. Again, a very bread and butter setup for Mercedes. They've used this in a lot of different vehicles, so nothing new. Put down. It's not crazy. I mean, you do hear some turbo whistle and it moves forward, but it's not going to break any land speed records here for the Metris, is what it is. How does it feel to drive the Mercedes Metris cargo van? The ride quality is not great. Again, this is a cargo vehicle, and so when it's unloaded, it kind of doesn't drive well. And the steering is very, very direct. You move it a millimeter and the steering moves an inch. It's very dialed in. It feels like a very high sensitivity computer mouse, which I'm sure is great for a lot of people, but for a cargo van, you know, a lot of different people are going to be getting in the seat of one of these. You kind of have to find something in the middle, and I think this is really, really aggressive for what it is. Other than that, visibility's fine. You don't have any visibility out the back because there's no rear windows, but that's okay. With that stuff out of the way, let's talk about the interior. Well, in front of me, I have 4 gauges and a screen. Off to the left is my speedometer, as well as fuel, and off to the right is my tachometer, as well as coolant temperature. And in the center, we get a little information screen, but that's about it. On the steering wheel, on the left, we do have our selectors for that gauge cluster screen. And off to the right, we have our volume, mute, phone options, and voice commands. We also do have paddle shifters around the back of the steering wheel. Kind of interesting to see that. And off to the left, we do have a climate control vent, our lane keep assist on and off, fog lights, headlights, and power parking brake. Moving on to the door, we do have heated seats. This is the one luxury option that we have, along with the power locks, power mirrors, and power windows. That's it. Moving into the center, we get a rather small infotainment display. Now, this is mainly because it has to have a backup camera legally, so that's why it's there. You still get the phone number pad and whatnot. And this is outfitted with a Redenzo radar detector. Shout out to Redenzo, they make great stuff. Not a sponsor, just cool. And down below, we have our climate controls. Temperature off to the left, where to send it in the center, fan speed off to the right. Then we do get cup holders. We'll do a big friggin' bottle test. It passes. Hooray! Some storage, and that's it. This is so incredibly basic. The seats are cloth. They are manual. They are not special in any type of way. They hold you within the chassis, and that's all they promise to do. I like that to a certain degree, and we'll talk about that towards the end of the video. But speaking of seats, we don't have any back seats, although there were passenger variants of this. So let's go do a rear cargo space review. Right around the side of the Mercedes Metris, we have a big handle here, and as you can see, That's it. Now, lights have been added back here, and this is just a cargo van. I mean, literally nothing special back here. Interesting. These shelves are aftermarket, of course. That's it. You get some things to bolt in down here for some tie downs. I mean, I can show you around the back if you would like, but I don't think anything new is going to be gained. Little lever down here, pop it open like that. How far do these open? Oh, you know what? That's actually kind of not a lot. They don't swing out that much, although maybe you can detach them. Yes. There you go. So you can detach them in there, and then they can swing all the way out. There you go. So once they are detached, you can swing it out that much, which is nice. I'm sure that's a European thing because of their slim streets. To not do that, see, watch it go in. There you go. Caught like that. Really, really simple, low-tech answer to a somewhat interesting issue. So very cool. Close this one first. Then this one. Now we got to talk about the looks, and this is where it's kind of interesting. It kind of has that Ram ProMaster style to it for sure. Oh, here's a big version of the Metris for FedEx. Oh, that's funny. But getting back to the looks of this, it's fine. I love the look of it because it is so weird and different. This feels like a cool modified car that you would see in like Forza, that you could do like a V12 Mercedes 600 swap into, and then you drive it online with all your friends, and it's just cool, funky, and weird. That's what this feels like. Obviously, it's not that. This still has the 2-liter turbo and whatnot, but it has that sort of look to it. It looks very foreign, and I like that. I like when cars don't feel so mundane. So that's been very, very fun for me. With all of that being said, though, let's get on to my final thoughts. What do I think driving the Mercedes Metris? Well, believe it or not, this is one of the vehicles on my bucket list, or at least it was until this morning. Because the Metris is so weird. To us here in America, Mercedes is a luxurious brand. You see doctors drive Mercedes. You see dentists drive Mercedes. You see lawyers drive Mercedes. You see Hollywood celebrities drive Mercedes. And so driving a cargo version of a Mercedes is very counterintuitive. You wouldn't think of it. But I have had the fortune to spend some time in Austria, Vienna more specifically. And over there I learned and saw that Mercedes are just kind of cars over there. They use them for taxi services. They use them for delivery. They're normal. Now they of course still have the beautiful, luxurious versions, but they also have more common folk versions. They get small diesel engine options and things like that. And so this has been really cool to kind of peel back that curtain and drive something from Mercedes that isn't the glitz and the glamour. This isn't on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. This isn't pulling up to red carpets or ready for neurosurgery at 6 a.m. This is an everyman's Mercedes. This is for work. This is quite literally a shop van. This is used to run parts and get things and pick up deliveries and whatnot. That's what this is meant for, and that's very clear in the interior. Everything in here is so flat, plain, and basic, so unlike every other Mercedes I've ever reviewed. Normally, they're very opulent. They're very in your face. They're this very wealthy feeling. This, I don't feel that. Because it isn't. It isn't that. It isn't anything special, but that's what kind of makes it special. And so today I just wanted to offer a look into the Mercedes Metris, what it is, what it isn't, and what it's like to drive. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Huge thank you to Arnie for letting me borrow his Mercedes Metris for today's video. I'm not kidding. This was one of my bucket list cars. This is absolutely wonderful. Arnie is wonderful to work with. I appreciate him very much. Go check out his Instagram linked in the description below. I don't think you'll regret it. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to rate the video, comment on the video, and subscribe if you really liked it. Take care, guys.